Creating YouTube videos takes a long time and a lot of effort. That's why I created this automation that's going to help you to pull transcripts. That way you spend more time creating the video as opposed to doing as much research. So let's get into it. Here's a quick look at the agent. As you can see here, we've got a trigger, which is the click, and that'll start pulling in rows from our spreadsheet. I've created a loop because some of the YouTube scrapers have a limit on how many times you can scrape. And so instead of deal with any memory issues, I've created so that it'll just loop each time, one at a time, and that way we can bypass any memory issues. The platform that I've chosen to use is called Superdata. So we'll do YouTube scrape, we'll get the transcript, we'll do a bit of editing to the transcript, and we'll plug it into ChatGPT to get a summary. We'll then scrape the YouTube details, put it back in our sheet, loop, and then we can do this as many times as we like. So let's take a look at the final result. So what you've got is your video links that you paste in here. I've got 4 different videos. It'll show you the creator, it shows you the title. You can see how many views each video has gotten. This is based on the videos that you choose, so you want to pick the right videos. Then we've got an intro. The intro is actually really important because you want to know exactly how to start a video. That has a big impact on how many people continue to watch it. So you want to know exactly what people are saying over a few different videos so you can get an idea of how to structure your own intro. And then of course we have the actual structure of the video. So these are the topics that each video addresses. And so right here you've got a snapshot of how to create a video that's like these but in your own way. And this only took 30 seconds to get. Give this video a like if this is the kind of content you want to see. It's going to help you to see more videos like this. So let's jump straight into it and create this for ourselves. So first of all, every workflow needs a trigger. We're going to start with the click trigger. Then we're going to go into our spreadsheet. We want to get rows in the sheet. You're going to need to have connected to your Google API. If that's something you have trouble with, just put in the comments below and I'll create a future video on that. Then you're going to connect to the spreadsheet and the sheet itself. Let's execute just to double check that this is working. Now this is the spreadsheet that I made earlier, so let's just clear off these results and I'll show you exactly how we do it. So starting from scratch, I just did a search for coaching businesses. Let's just copy the very first 4 links we see as an example. So let's just go here and I'm going to paste these all in the spreadsheet. And the last one. So I've got 4 links there. We'll execute this step again just to double check it's all working so you can see our 4 URLs. Let's go to the next step. Now the next step depends on how much money you want to spend. You can either extract all the transcripts at once, you just need to pay a little bit more, or you can be cheap like me and just create a loop, and that way it separates it row by row and you don't push the memory limit and break your workflow. So let's go with that. First we need a loop. It's a very simple batch size. Next we bring in our scraper, which comes from this HTTP request, so let's bring that in. Let's go over to the website superdata.ai, and this is where I've been getting my transcripts from YouTube. You get 100 free requests. So that's 100 free videos before you even have to worry about paying. On the home page here, we'll click on Playground and we want YouTube transcript. The URL we can leave because we're going to be getting the code. And in this code, we're going to get the curl. The curl is like a template to help you set up your node. So let's copy this over into n8n and we're going to use the import curl function. Paste it in here. And you can see that it's already set up the node for us. All we need to do is get the API key. So if we go to our account and go to the home page, you can see your API key, copy that. We're going to paste in our API key and leave the rest on default. Oops, we forgot to update the YouTube video, so let's do that. We want the YouTube link to be in here. After URL, we'll just clear this off. And we also want to add a bit of JSON here. We say ntext equals true. And you can see right here, we've got 4 versions of our transcripts. That's 1 for each video. Now let's go to the next step. We'll just clean this up. So we'll get this out. It's going to be looping here. This is going to loop back. So that's our little loop. Now we want to do a little bit more tweaking before we finish up. So we going to do an edit. Let's bring this in. The reason I have this edit here is to crop the transcript. That way we can just capture the intro and you know exactly what people are saying. And you'll be able to say something similar and that'll help you to capture the audience the same way that that previous video did. Now what we want to do is we want to drag in content and a little JSON script here. What this does is crop it at 1,000 characters. You can adjust it. 1,000 characters is somewhere around the minute mark. So we'll just run this and see if this works. And right here you can see 1,000 characters. So it's basically just the intro. I'll stop trying to create these loops because we've got a few more things to add in here. Next we're going to bring in ChatGPT, message a model, and this is going to help us to get the structure of the video. You can do 5 mini, or if you really want to go hard, you can also do ChatGPT 5. I'm going to do 5 mini just to get a little faster. So I've just written here, summarize the structure of this video so I can create something similar, make it short and simple. And I'll paste in the full transcript just like that. And see this little prompt? It shows you what you're going to pull in. This is the whole transcript, so that's exactly what we want. And while we're here, I'm also going to pin this HTTP request because we've already got the transcripts. We don't need to keep running that. So as I go in here, I'm going to execute. I just realized I deleted my loop, so this can only really execute once. There you go, it's created a summary. You can see here in the code that it's got the /ends, that just means it's going to be a new line. Next we're going to scrape the YouTube details for the video, things like the views, the creator. So let's do another HTTP request. This time in the playground, we're going to use the feature video, and this is going to allow us to get the details of the video. So let's go get code, we'll go to curl again, we'll import that curl. It's going to be a similar deal, so let's get the API key. Let's replace this. We're going to leave the rest on default. Our final step will be to amend or update the row and sheet. Let's bring that out. We'll need to pick our Google Sheets, our spreadsheet, and the sheet. Now I want to map each column manually. For the video link, we're going to go back to our loop. We're going to drag in the URL. Now we're going to map each one manually, and we're going to link it on the video link. That way it knows that the video link is the thing that ties all the data together. Next we're going to go back to our previous node, which has the request of all the YouTube data. And in here we're going to see the creator. You can see Rick Astley. Then we want the title of the video, we want the view count, and then we're going to go back to our editing field where we have the intro only. And then we're going to go back to ChatGPT, and that's got our structure. This is going to pull all the data back into our sheet, and this is what's really going to save you the time. So let's just run this step. I just got rickrolled because I ran the default video. We're going to go back to our loop, and we're going to pull this one in here. Just like that, and so now you can see it's pulling in the right video URL. If I run this again, we're going to get all 4 videos that we scraped. So let's try that. So let's loop back to the start. What we can do is we can tidy this up. If I right click, I go tidy up selection. Now it's all neat and pretty. And then we can save this. I'll just title this Transcriptor. It's saved. You hit 1 on your keyboard to center it, and then we can hit execute workflow. We're going to run through this flow. So it's already pulled in the 4 items from our spreadsheet. Now it's doing the first loop. The first transcript is getting pulled, and then now it's getting the structure of that video. It's got to think about it for a little bit. Now that we've got the structure, we're also going to get the YouTube video details. Now we're updating the sheet, and we're going to loop through again. And let's take a look at the first one. We got Louisa Zhao with how to start your online coaching business. It's got 8,000 views. It's got the exact intro. This is really important so we get the right wording, we capture people's attention, and then we know what kind of structure she's got in a video. That makes it a lot easier for us to create our own video. We're going to loop through and continue on for the rest of these videos. You can see that we've got our second one by Bedros, and here, how to build a $1 million coaching business. It's got the intro as well as the structure. We got this for the next 2. And there you go, this is the YouTube transcript. It's going to save you a lot of time in preparing your YouTube videos. Now if you want to learn more, I'm going to be creating a community around AI automations. So join my waitlist below. Love to see you there. Otherwise I've got more videos in store for you. Check in next week. I'll see you later. Cheers.